assigned players, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Two of them posted double-doubles. How beneficial has the assignment play been this season?
Well, I think as we've, each experience has been better and better, and I say that from the standpoint of how easily they adapt to come in, and it's a very easy transition for them to come in and have a chance. I mean, Maurice played 37 minutes, Marshall played 28, and Chasen played 30, almost 38. So those guys had a lot of good minutes. And as we found this year, there's a lot of good competition for them to play against where they're getting good work. But I thought our assignment guys and our players, I thought they really came together for stretches and played well together.
Coach, heading into the game, you had a 3-game losing streak. How does it feel to get off the schneid and have a win?
Always feels good. Always feels good. We needed one tonight, and I think, Canton has been playing the best basketball in the league. They've won 9 out of 10. So we knew coming in, that they were a good team and how well they're playing, and they'll be in a position, I think, to win the championship potentially. They're certainly going to be one of the playoff teams, and maybe the team to beat.
With the injuries that the teams had with John Jenkins, Damien, and Von Wayford, how huge was it to get the production from Chase and Tress tonight?
I thought those guys played really well together. I thought they, if you not only, just looking at the line, I mean, between them they had 18 assists, 2 turnovers, and one's 7 for 13 and one's 8 for 13. I thought they both had outstanding games, played off of each other well, and I think because of how they played, it made us difficult to defend tonight, because of how well they played off things and efficiently.
The team gave up 4 points in the first 9 minutes in the second quarter, 13 points overall. What did you see out of the team's defense during the second quarter?
Well, I felt like we were really struggling the first quarter because they scored 18 points in the paint in the first quarter. And in the first 6-8 minutes of the game, whatever we did offensively was countered with them getting paint shots and scoring. So I felt like, we didn't start the way that we wanted to ideally. But, we were able to, second quarter, I thought we cleaned it up a little bit, played with some energy. And as we did that, we were able to get out in transition and get some easier baskets.
Coach, Travis Trice and Chasen Randall both had great games, scoring 26 and 23 points respectively. Do you think if John Jenkins comes back and is healthy, though, would you ever consider starting all 3 of those guys or having one guy come off the bench as a 6th man for next year or future reference?
Yeah, I don't know how. We just kind of go, based on who we have and what the game calls for and those kinds of things. So, we've kind of shuffled it around quite a bit this year based on what we needed to do and who we needed to play together.
Coach, you seem to be getting a lot of energy, as you said, in transition, a lot of good energy shooting from your guard. Is that your kind of the style to play, kind of small and emphasize the guards?
Well, it's, we as they mentioned earlier, with all the guys, the wing players, all of our bigger guards are out. Deron Lamb is the only one of the, 4 guys we've had for part of this season. So it's just kind of, what we had to do, but it made it possible to play that way because of having the length with Marshall and Mo out there. It didn't make us too small. If we, didn't have a big front line, that would have been more of a problem, I think, because they were there to protect and kind of secure the back line.
A lot of coaches we talk to, we follow a lot of college. It's emphasizing defense. Is that something you have to really work on with a group of players at this level?
Well, it is, and it's there are a lot of good players, and there are young guys that go through this that some of these actions they've never seen, and it hits so fast, and our game doesn't stop a lot because of with timeouts and those kinds of things. So they have to make a lot of adjustments on the fly. So it really is, there are some very good offensive players. So defensively, it's a learning experience, and you're trying to avoid those spurts. You're trying to stay solid all the way through and not have, where you give up a you know, a 35-point quarter, or you give up, you know, whatever, paint shots, or, you know, and the actions are tough to guard. And you can see the experienced guys and the guys that have played in the NBA when they come, and just they have, you know, a better understanding, certainly, of the pro game and where people should be and what's open and those kinds of things.
What do you find the younger players have to learn coming out of college? They were all very good players in college level. They have to learn when they get to this level and at the NBA level.
I think talking about the defensive end, the defensive rules are so much different. And then, you know, all of the offenses that we play against are geared to take advantage of where the coverages are going to be. So, you know, the rollers come and the bottom guy takes it. What's the rotations on the backside? You know, what types of screens? And then you start getting into scouting reports and personnel, and you know, you play guys different ways and different ball screens differently. And that's the biggest thing, I think, is how ball screen dominant, you know, the pro game can be at times, and how talented some of the players are and the plays that they can make.
Yes.
Coach, late in the game, Canton was making 3-point shots, you know, to kind of make it closer, get back into it. What do you think as a team you guys have to do defensively to improve that?
They made some tough shots in there, and they ended up shooting a good percentage from the three-point line. They shot, you know, 41%. But I think at the end, I don't have the stat sheet, but they may have made 4 in the last 5 minutes, maybe 5 in the last 5 minutes. So they made 15 threes, but even the one that John Holland hit at the end was falling away kind of sideways, and he was able to get it in. So, you know, when you have a double-digit lead at the end, you don't want to give up threes. You certainly don't want to foul or give up quick baskets, and they were able to make some shots during that time.
Good.
You can go.
Coach, some of your players have played in Australia, Czechoslovakia, other places in Europe and around the world. What is the difference at this level in the NBA D-League versus some of the other international leagues?
Well, I can't, you know, I don't have the knowledge to really speak to a lot of it. In talking to them, the rules are different. You know, some of the guys said that the competition is good. The players are older, more mature. Certainly they've been pros for a long time, you know, for the young guys. But the rules are, some of the countries, the rules are different. You know, and some of the guys said it's more, if you compared the D-League to some of the places in Europe, it's more like a college game than it is the NBA game. So just, I think, a little bit different with some of the styles. I think the D-League games are a little faster, a little more aggressive in terms of, you know, the scoring. But that's what I've gathered in talking to players that have done both.
Coach, did you say anything or talk to Jordan before the game in his homecoming back to the county center?
No, I didn't. I didn't have a chance to see him.
All right, thanks.